Lizzle or Lizzle for shizzle. What
What?
littles for? Huh? I don't know. Delirium. Mm,
That's the podcast title before we even get started.
yeah, pretty much.
Oh man, I guess I should send the link out to people and be like, "Yo, we're live and we're doing the thing, and it's not 9 at night." Yeah,
Word.
everyone, we're live.
I just got a Google Chrome alert saying that Save Before Quitting
Oh,
is live, and all the words say new season of Fortnite, Overwatch 2 comp figure
I
Friday.
fucking. It's updated on Twitch. It should be
All right, this
fine.
could just be Google Chrome fucking up. Never mind, because because the Twitch link doesn't say that.
That's so dumb. I
I don't
hate
know. Google's
fucking
weird.
Google. Be dumb.
Google be dumb. That should be the title.
It's not even. This isn't even going to be a part of the main podcast, unless it is. I don't fucking know.
It can be. We can start with Google be dumb.
That's the cold open after the theme song. Google be dumb, and then all of this.
Then the real theme song
Yeah.
immediately.
Oh man, it has been a time.
Isn't it always? I feel like we
Yeah.
start every episode by saying that.
I mean, I feel like it's got to be reiterated. That's the shitty part, sadly, because it's just constantly a time, and we're constantly dealing with bullshit.
Hey man,
But that's life.
we're making it work.
Yeah. Um. I don't. I was expecting to go live for Figure Friday, so now I'm like kind of like
You're in figure mode.
I'm in like Figure Friday mode, so I was like planning on opening. I got a thing in the mail today, and it's heavy.
The Power Ranger. Yeah, I saw you put that up.
This thing is what I wanted as a child that I never got, and it's
Really?
like the new version of it. So it like transforms. It's got good articulation, different hands. It even
Mhm.
has like little mini figures of the Power Rangers themselves.
Oh, that's cool.
So there's that. I'm gonna open that in about an hour or so from now, so that should be fun.
Figure Friday pre-hype.
Yeah, figure for Thursday.
Figure Thursday
Yeah.
pre-hype.
You should stream tomorrow with Trenton since the day's open now. The stream slot.
Wonder what she was.
Nah, I know Friday's normally your guys' like
I
family day.
know, but that would be dope to pull off. It's just hard to do. Brendan effect. I could just wait till he goes to bed. He goes to bed around like 9:30. I could do a little late, like a late evening stream.
Hell yeah. I won't be here.
And if I do stream, I'm not streaming with. Well, I would rather not stream with Trent because there's a whole bunch of things I need to stream personally that
You
I've
gotta
been
catch
talking
up.
about that I've never had.
What do you think you'd play if you got live tomorrow? In a perfect world.
And then that's the other issue. Like then when you get the moment to do it, it's just like now I have way too many options.
Whole new world. Just got everything in front of you.
Like I downloaded that the newest Need for Speed, never played it.
Okay.
Um, all those Steam games I kept showing week after week. Some of
Mm-hmm.
them never clicked on once. Uh, I kind of wanted to play. I kind of hinted at it before when I was like, it's a 16-bit game,
Mm-hmm.
dope music. The answer was Streets of Rage 2, and I want to
Ah,
do Streets of Rage 2 so bad because that's my favorite soundtrack in video games ever.
solid choice.
So I think it would be dope for a stream sonically.
Hmm. I was
Um,
thinking it'd be cool if you did the Castlevania DLC from
no, that's
Dead
another thing.
Cells. Yeah,
I want
that'd
to do
be
that.
yeah,
That could be in the same stream because I could bounce from one to the other.
true.
Especially since Dead Cells is run based. So after a couple of runs on that, like I just like now we'll get into Streets of Rage.
Hell yeah. I still want to
Um,
have like a stream one day where I get you on Overwatch and I teach you how to play Overwatch
I'd love it.
because I think that'd be fucking hilarious.
It would because I suck.
I don't know about that, but you would have to play on PC though, most likely.
Now it'll be really hilarious. Well, no,
Yeah.
you can use controller on a PC, right?
You could, or you could just mouse and keyboard it up. You could be a WASD boy.
Never been that before. The last time I was a WASD boy was D boy. The last time I was WASD boy was Quake 2. So
Shit.
that should let you know.
Honestly, WASD boy could be the podcast title for this week's episode too.
Was the boy.
Wazda. Yeah, man. I don't know. I've been playing too much Overwatch, but the funny part is I know I'm gonna play it tonight on stream.
Mm-hmm.
Like right after this, I'm just gonna maybe probably eat food, and then after that just go
Recording.
straight to Overwatch. Because why not?
Yeah. That's what made me say what I said to you earlier. Because I'm like, man, every day I get on here and it's just another clip of Chris playing Overwatch.
Dude, I need to
Like, what
play
is this
something
channel
else.
even anymore? From a TikTok's perspective.
From TikTok and Instagram Reels and our YouTube Shorts, we are an Overwatch channel, man. We
Yeah.
are grinding the silver competitive games, and
It's a one-man channel and he just plays Overwatch.
that's all
That's
I
our whole
do.
thing.
And it's shitty too because like I want to play other things, but like Overwatch just got me gripped right now, man.
Yeah.
It's got me like by the balls, and I can't leave, and I don't know why. But
I'm
it's so
trapped.
it's one of those things where it's not even just the game. Because here's the thing: I'll play it by myself and I'll have a good
Right.
time. Like I'll take a little a little bit, and then I'll play for like an hour or so before I go to bed. But
Yeah.
other days when like friends are on, like it is the most fun I've had in a while gaming. Where I'm just like I hop in a different Discord that I'm in, I just hop into the chat, and I'm
Yeah.
just there and I'm playing Overwatch, and then I'll hear Badoop, someone joins, there's another person playing. Badoop, there's another, and then we have like 7 people,
That's
all
dope.
just like talking and like having a good time while also playing Overwatch and just relaxing and chilling. And it's just a nice like hang sesh, even though you're
Yeah.
not hanging, and it's my kind of hang sesh where like I don't like people
Yes.
and being in person with people. I
Right.
get very awkward very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Um, So like in that setting, it's a little bit easier for me, where I'm just like I'm there and I can just zone into the game. If I want to interject with a thought, I can, but I don't need to, and it's
Right.
great. But that's just me, I guess.
I get it. I get it. That community is. It's a good time to have that community no matter what game you're playing. To just
Oh yeah,
be able to just jump on and then all of us like your community kind of surrounds you and you just all play.
oh yeah. It's so much fun too, cause like none of us are like we've had moments where we've accidentally been like, man, that person sucks, and it's like one of us, and we'll like I definitely infamously did that to I think it was Anna on stream, where I was like, dude, our fucking May is just went in and died, and then she's like, that was me, and I'm like, oh fuck, like,
Don't make it not true.
but well, that was I was like, in theory, I wasn't wrong with what I said, but it wasn't also like a, like fuck that person thing. It was like, come on. And then
Yeah.
also it happened to like me as well for doing the same thing. Like we all make stupid plays, and when we get called out on it, it's very funny. But
Yeah.
that I'll never live that down because I was super high that day when we were playing, and I didn't know it was her in the least bit. So now anytime that we call out a friend by accident, we're like, it's fucking May, and that just keeps getting brought up.
That's
But
pretty good.
it is fun. But yeah, I don't know, man.
I think the
I
last time I had that type of online community thing was Titanfall 1. Before
Taking
there
it
was even a
back.
campaign, when it was just online.
Mm-hmm.
I used to come home from work, go to my apartment, turn on Titan. I'd just walk in the house, and that's back when you had the voice activated, the Xbox One. I have like Xbox One. What did I say? On? No, Xbox On. Would
Mm-hmm.
turn on. By that time, I'm back in the living room after like changing out of my work shit. Hop right on the couch, and I'm just playing Titanfall 1 for hours with people.
Hell yeah.
Some people I knew, some people I met online. Just
I
playing that
miss
shit
that
forever.
shit. I don't know, man. I feel like you can't really do that as much anymore when it comes to like randoms. Like it doesn't feel like it's like an option anymore. But I don't know. I wish that I had my voice chat on for those couple TikToks I posted. It was like
Yeah.
that couple that were arguing.
Yeah.
That was the most fun that I had in a game in so fucking long because they were just bantering back and forth with each other in like I assume the same room
I
because
would hope so.
in one of them I think she was like giving him a death stare. And he's like, "Don't look at me like that," and he's like, "I'm gonna come over there and break your computer," and I'm like, Jesus Christ, I'm happy right now. This is great.
That's a good question. What's the most, I won't say offensive, or it could be offensive, the most outrageous, for good or better or for worse, funny or not, moment you had with randoms online, and then we could start the show after this.
That one would definitely be one.
Yeah.
Um, but I mean, recently, we've had a lot of extremely bad people in chat. I think I was playing a couple days ago in Overwatch, and some guy was just going off in the chat with like all the slurs that you could think of,
Oh shit.
and I was like, I'm uncomfortable. Like this is the worst shit ever.
Right.
But other than that, when it comes to like good interactions, my favorite shit is where I'm playing the sniper character of Widowmaker, and if there's an enemy that is also playing the same character, there's kind of like this unspoken like respect for each other, where it's like, yeah, we should be fighting each other's teams and like helping, do the objective, but we're gonna go 1v1 from across the map with each other, and we're gonna trade back and forth. We're gonna type in the all chat like "nice shot" when the other person hits a good shot, or like emote at each other or some bullshit. So that's something that I'm a big fan of.
Dope.
But that's about it. I guess like that kind of happens in Fortnite too with like emotes and shit. But
Yeah.
Fortnite this season so far has been extremely sweaty, and we'll get into that and what we played this week. But what about you?
And with the most outrageous shit. I think I told this story like early on in the podcast, but we were playing. It was Xbox 360. It was a Perfect Dark Zero. It was like a launch title for 360, and it had a free for all pretty much mode on there. So I'm playing that, and everybody's randomly talking in the chat, and there was this dude. I'll never forget his name because his name was Rusty Balls. Balls spelled Bawls. And I'll never forget his name because not only because that's his name, but just because he had a sense of humor in there that he was making everyone laugh, like the shit he was saying.
Hell yeah.
And so I forgot how it got to race because it always gets there.
It's gaming. It has to. That's the way that it works, man.
But he didn't say anything like offensive to me. It was just his observation. So he would just like so at some point we had to reference what we were. So I was just like, yeah, I'm black. And then he said something. He's like, man, you black? And let me preface this. This was the next day. I was playing because the next day was Martin Luther King Day. And I had off. So he's like, you ain't black. You ain't black. I'm like, what are you talking about? I was like, I'm black. And then he was like, whatever, man. So later on, we like just that conversation ends. So later on, as we're playing, we're all just laughing and joking, having a great time playing games. And then he's like, yo, Ant-Man. He's like, you going to the parade tomorrow? And again, I'm like, what parade? What are you talking about? It's like, it's Martin Luther King. See, you're not black. It's Martin Luther King. I was like, what? Yo, everyone started cracking up. I was like,
and you faked it.
It's like, you ain't black. You ain't going to the parade. I'm like, there is no parade. He was like, see, not black. You don't know about the parade.
God damn.
He got me so good. And I'm laughing so hard. I had to rip my headphones off. I was like, you guys was good.
Yeah, was good. That's fucking hilarious.
It was that moment, and there was a moment we were playing Gears 2. I think it was Gears 2. And my homie Jay, shout out to Jay, he was playing it online, and he was like good as shit in Gears, right? So, and he always played like shotguns. So he is killing shit to the point where like the people on our team are following his orders. He's like, all right, you go over there. We're going to go over here. We're going to come around and blah, 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 blah. So it was this dude named, his name online was DC Johnson. Never forget his name because of, anyway. So he was quiet the entire match. He didn't say a word, but he would do whatever was going on, and he would fulfill objectives. And Jay was like, yeah, all right, thanks, DC Johnson. Yo, DC Johnson, come here. Everyone's talking but him. Like, no, he's not making a sound. So Jay was like, all right, everybody stay here. Don't go out yet. But he ran out, right? And he just ended up, like, killing two dudes. But as he's doing it, Jay's like, yo, DC Johnson, like, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, no, don't go out here. What are you doing? And he came back, and finally just hear this voice like, I just shot that motherfucker. That's what I did. And after that point, Jay was just like, yep. I'm like, he did. He did some work.
DC Johnson. It's
But
like
yo,
the
that's the first and the last thing he said. He never spoke again.
goddamn.
I
That's
feel like he
fucking
didn't have a
great.
mic on and he went and grabbed one just to
Just to
say
plug
that.
it in and then unplug it after that. Like, fuck you guys.
Yeah. Those are the two that stick out in my mind. Those are some
Goddamn.
good times.
Well, I see CLD's in the chat, so CLD and anybody who's in the chat
CLD,
and
what up?
anyone watching later, drop your favorite gaming moment stories online in the comments or the chat, and we'll read those after the intro or next week. We'll do that. Look at that. Call to action, baby.
Dope call to action. Go,
Yeah.
Good CTA, as they call it in the
CTA.
biz.
And now it's time to transition to the intro. Play music.
You know they all got the sauce.
Welcome.
Hey, yo,
It's you this week.
it is me this week. In what biz? In the biz. This the call to action biz.
Yeah.
In
What's
the media
the wildest online moment you had, CLD, in chat?
biz. And while he thinks of that, level up, gamers, and welcome to episode 119, level 119 of the Save Before Quitting podcast. I go by the name of Ant, and this is my lovely co-host next to me, digitally, of course.
Digitally. Digital boys.
Digital Chris over there. Digital Chris doing it up
Digital
on the
Chris.
old
Ones and twos.
Discord. Ones and twos. Ones and twos. One being Discord, two being Zoom, and we're here. As always, save letter B number 4 quitting on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube.
Titty.
Titty. TITTY. See what we did there. Save before quitting all the way spelled out.com for your merch goods. Still some cool merch on there. Save before quitting all the way spelled out at gmail.com for emails, of course. Send us your emails or your love letters or your insults or your requests or your
401k.
401k, credit card numbers, social security. We'll take it all. We'll
Taxes.
take it all. Yes, that too.
Tax season.
It is tax season. Send
Yeah.
us your taxes, not those taxes, but send us your taxes. Not the Patreon taxes. Those are different kind of taxes.
Not the taxes you file on that other website that's the logo is black and orange, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, those taxes. Those turbo taxes. What else is there? Patreon. We have a Patreon. Join our Patreon. Links are below. Well, they will be below once this hits, what, tomorrow? Friday?
Yeah, Friday. Yeah.
Or
I thought
go
today
to our...
was Friday for like the whole day.
It felt like Friday.
Yeah. And it sucks because now we got to wake up tomorrow and do it all over again.
And be Friday. Friday too. Yeah, man. Discord. Join the Discord. A whole bunch of cool combos going on in there. And up-to-date news on all of your nerdy needs. We are there for you. Your nerdy
needs.
Your nerdy needs and your dirty deeds. We got it all on the Save Before Quitting Discord. I'm way much livelier when we're not recording this at 11 p.m.
Oh yeah. This is a whole new world. This is like
Right.
insane. I feel like we need a nerdy needs channel in the Discord where it's just almost like that you know that old website This Is Why I'm Broke, where it's just like nerdy bullshit.
Yes.
Like we just post links to stupid Amazon bullshit. Like yeah, nerdy needs. There you go.
I like the nerdy needs thing.
Yeah, man.
Man, So, Chris, as always, I'm going to start with the magic question. That is, what did you play this week?
Personally, this week I played only 2 games.
Mhm.
It's pretty easy to tell what those 2 games are.
Yep.
I'm a very simple man in gaming as of this past couple months or so. Those 2 games being one of Overwatch, where I've been playing it on stream.
What?
Yeah.
You
It's
played that
crazy.
game?
I played the fuck out of that game. I've been playing comp though, and I've been doing well. I just got into gold rank for support. I'm moving up in damage. I'm not doing tank at all. And then 2 days ago, on the 14th, they added a new competitive mode with the game mode of Mystery Heroes, in which
What about
your
what is that?
your whole team of 5, right? You spawn in. Normally, you get to pick who the fuck you want to be, because that's the point of the game. You pick your character, and then you use their abilities to the best of your ability. But in this game mode, you just spawn in as a random fucking character at the roll of the dice. There's no consistency whatsoever between like how many healers, how many damage, how many tanks you have. You could get really good odds and get like 4 tanks and 1 healer and just fucking steamroll the other team. You could get 4 healers and 1 damage and keep that 1
really
damage.
is random. It sounds like it really is dice rolling.
Super random. And we've been playing it, and it's really funny because we were playing it last night, and I was getting frustrated, but it was mainly because the game kept giving me characters that I'm not the best at. Like, I can play every character in this game. I'm not gonna not play them. But I'm not good at every single one of the characters they kept giving me, so I was getting frustrated because of that. But we were winning and losing about the same amount we do in any quick play game.
Right.
And the difference was that when we were like mad at the end, if you were mad, you're not really mad in general because it's not your fault you're losing anymore. It's the game's fault, actually, because they're giving you bad characters. For once in gaming, yeah.
It's the game's fault.
This is the one time in gaming where it's the game's fault that we were losing. And it was just a good time. I'm probably going to end up doing that later tonight on stream, to be honest. Just because it's a fun game mode to just kind of, like, relax with. Plus, you do get, like, more practice on characters that you're not fun at or good at. So that's been fun. Other than that, obviously Fortnite, because the new season came out. Played that last week on stream. I've been seeing a lot of TikToks, ironically, talking about it, where a lot of people are just like, when are we going to just, like, sit back and stop and just say that Fortnite is probably one of the best games of all time when it comes to, like, shooters and mobility and community support and updates and, like, shit. And I was kind of, like, sitting there, like, this is a very valid point if you think about it. Like, the movement from Fortnite vanilla back in the day, like OG Fortnite, to now, it's completely different. It's a completely different game, but it's still the same game at its core.
Right.
And the no build mode made it almost an entirely new game on top of that, because Fortnite was always oh, look at all these kids building,
predicated on the building and all that stuff.
Yeah. But now it's accessible for everyone. Right. Anyone can play this game, and I feel like anyone who used to talk shit on the game because of the building, they can't talk shit on it anymore for any reason, because that was the only complaint that they had about it was oh, there's building and blah blah, you got these fucking kids building like Legos and shit. But now if you lose because you fucking suck. You got shot before they shot. You lost. That's the way that works. And it's good. The fucking collabs are phenomenal. Every single season we're getting new collabs. Dragon Ball Z just added Gohan and Piccolo. Then they added fucking Attack on Titan. The Attack on Titan like movement gear is coming to the game soon, which is insane.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
I'm like, this is gonna be fucking phenomenal. I can't wait for that. And then there's like the samurai sword that they just added that like gives you like a dash function. That's really fucking cool. So you can like dash at someone, break through a wall with it, and then pull out your shotgun and one tap someone. Like it's cool. Dope. It's very good.
I respect the way they keep it all balanced. Or is it not balanced?
I'd say it's pretty balanced. I mean, obviously it is a battle royale, so it's like you're dropping in, you're trying to find the best guns. So
Yeah.
in theory, the balance isn't there because you could land next to someone who gets a purple gun that
All right. Well,
does
it's
better
fair.
accuracy. Yeah, but it's
Okay.
fair in the sense that like you could have landed there, but they landed
Yeah.
there first, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it's there's
To add as many things as they add to Fortnite and keep it, and there's no one complaining about balance issues or unfair. Like
Mhm.
that says a lot about a game of that magnitude that's been out that long and has
Oh yeah.
added that much shit.
And then sometimes they do have items that are a little bit overpowered, but that's the beauty of this game is that the dev team's like, "Oh, people are complaining that this item is broken and overpowered. Let's turn it off for a little bit and fix it
Mm-hmm.
and then put it back in." And that they just fix their problems and it's insane. You'd think that they would do that for other fucking
I was
games.
like, if only a
Yeah,
video
man.
game company would do that.
But yeah, man, I don't know. It's been a fun time to say the least. I've been pretty much exclusively playing online games. I kind of want to do another story game, but there's nothing that's like jumping out at me.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't touched my Steam Deck besides moving it from this chair to my bed and back and forth when I go to bed. That's it.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, that's about it for me for gaming.
Gotcha.
What about you?
I play more Dead Cells because now that I've started that back up, now I'm just addicted to it all over again.
Hell yeah.
So I'm slowly but surely unlocking all like the Castlevania stuff, which is really, really good. But I think I've already spoken on that for 2 episodes, so
Mm-hmm.
that's just as good as it's been.
Do you
Having
have a
fun with
favorite thing yet from the Castlevania DLC that you've been like, this
They've
is?
added the game already has a really crazy like sense of humor. Like
Mhm.
the banter back and forth between characters is really good, very self-referential, fourth wall breaking type banter. So
Mhm.
then when you add the Castlevania characters to that and they're using that same humor that you're not used to those characters even having,
Okay.
it's great. I love that. Plus all the locations of old Castlevania games, like it just builds on the aesthetic and adds a new twist to it that I really, really, really appreciate.
Hell yeah. That's dope.
Other than that, I did play something else. What did I play? I randomly jumped in Mario Kart on Switch
Okay.
just because I had my Switch on for since Dead Cells came out. I had my Switch on for the first time in months, maybe before Steam Deck came out.
Jesus.
So I was watching something. I think it was when Mario Day happened,
Mhm.
and they were talking about some additions to Mario Kart, and I was like, I'd go for some Mario Kart. I was just sitting there, and I was like, I just turned on Mario Kart and just started Mario Karting it up.
Hell yeah.
So we all know the greatness of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So I don't even
9
need
is never coming, even
to,
though
9
it's
is never coming. Why would they make
it's
that?
rumored, right? Isn't that was the thing?
I mean, they
used.
said it would happen, but I don't. Mario Kart 9 is not coming until at least the next Switch happens.
Yeah. I also don't know what they would do different because they've put like everything in this game.
Yeah.
You know,
It's the
like,
same issue with Smash and Mario Kart
yeah.
are going to be really interesting going forward because I don't know what else you do.
They kind of like put themselves in a shitty situation if you think about it. Like, it's almost the opposite of what Fortnite did, where it's like they just keep updating and shit. Like Mario Kart's doing what Fortnite's doing, but they're just giving us everything, so they
Mhm.
have nowhere to go in the future. And like,
Yeah.
unless they just rename the game and just call it Mario Kart Deluxe, and that's it.
But I
Just
think
take
it's a
the
good
8
idea.
out.
But then do you ever make, is it forever growing or do you ever make a new one?
Personally, for me, I feel like you make a new one for like new consoles, maybe,
Mhm.
but like those types of games, like it's the same thing that I have with sports games. I don't feel like sports games should have a yearly release. It should be just a constantly updating thing. When it comes to Mario Kart, it's like it's the same thing over and over and over again. They're not changing anything that's that big of a deal besides you ride on walls now, or that's it. But I don't know. Especially with Smash. Smash is another one where it's like they're not really changing much of the formula, really. Like obviously it feels different than others, but you know.
It's just once you add everything,
Yeah.
then what do you do? Because now
Got nowhere to go.
I feel like they know that. So it makes me curious as to like, so what's the game plan? Like when the next Switch or the next console comes out,
Mm-hmm.
like they had to like plan this, right? They had. It's not like it's going to come out and they're like, yeah, we're done. There is no more Smash and Mario Kart. They would never do that. They're just
Yeah.
burning money if they don't do that.
It should be interesting to see what comes next, but I feel like we won't get that for like another 2-3 years probably, like 2025.
You're going to get Mario Kart before you get Smash. So
Yeah.
I could see if we're getting Zelda this year, I think we get another Mario like Mario game, not Mario
Like
Kart,
standalone.
before Switch dies, and I could see Mario Kart 9 launching with Switch 2 because of
Yeah.
how big Mario Kart is.
I could see that.
And it's like it can be a party game, so it's everyone would get it.
What would you add to the next Mario Kart to make it different? Like, what do you think would make it worth it? Like, for the 9 moniker, you know?
I don't know. What did they add to 8 when it came out?
I
The
thought
little hover
8,
cars,
yeah, I thought 8
and the
was the
wall
thing where, like,
riding,
the wall riding, like, you
the
hit the
gravity
thing.
shit.
Yeah. I think that was it for that one. Like, that was, like, the big deal for 8. Cause they might have had that in 7, too, now that because I had that on 7 or I had on DS, I believe.
So did I.
And I don't remember, but I feel like the wall stuff was in there. I don't know why I feel like it was.
But I know. I think you're right. I think you're right about it starting at 8
Okay.
because 8 came out on Wii U.
Damn, this game's old.
Yeah, I know. But I don't know, man. Like for Mario Kart 9, they either have to go one of two ways. Like they gotta go they gotta be flying in planes or something like that, or they gotta like on some Diddy Kong racing shit, or it has to be. It's not Mario Kart anymore, or it's Mario Kart, but it's just Smash Kart. It's just characters. They've given you every level, so now they're just gonna start giving you all these characters now.
You know, it'd be cool if they did something where like you get out of your car and like you ran for a little bit and then get back into it. You know
Is
what
it
I'm
a
saying?
foot race, or are you just running to something?
Like almost like what's the thing in the Olympics with like you ride a bike and then you swim and shit.
Triathlon?
Yeah, like almost like a triathlon, but in Mario Kart, where it's like it's mainly exclusively the driving, but then certain courses will have a moment where it's like you get off your cart, you run instead, and like you still have your power ups and shit, but you're running as that character, and then you got to get back on your cart, or like you could steal another player's cart or some shit like that.
You know what? I could see it becoming. What was the Tony Hawk where you got off your board? Thug Underground?
Underground, yeah, that was my one that I played a lot.
I could see it becoming like a open worldish thing where you get out of your cart, you can complete missions in your cart. It's Crash Team Racing, except you can get out of the cart and walk around and talk and shit like that.
That'd be dope. Almost
I
like
could see them doing that.
RPG-esque.
Yeah,
That'd be
they'd
cool.
have to. I feel like they're in for a drastic change.
Oh yeah. I would just love the idea of stealing other players' carts. I think that'd be so fucking cool. Or like if there's like a track where your cart has like a health amount, and at a certain amount
So they get damaged.
it will break entirely, so you're exclusively on foot until you get another cart from somewhere. Like you could try to steal it from another player, or like there's carts on the side of the road.
Mm-hmm.
But then if you pick up one of the ones on the side of the road, maybe one's got like a flat tire or some shit, so you got to run through like what's the thing called, pit stop type situation. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Like more status effect type shit where it's like your tires are popped, you ran over spikes, stop at the tire pit stop right here to get your tires back. That's going to put you back if you're in first place back to probably about fourth.
Yeah.
But if you don't get them, you're going to be flopping around the whole time with your shitty tires. That'd be kind of cool.
That would be cool. Yo, Robbie in the chat. Shout out to Robbie.
Yo, what's
in
up,
the chat.
Robbie?
I think that would be great, but I feel like that had to be a completely new mode on its own.
Oh yeah.
Like that's some new kind of career mode, story mode type thing.
Yeah.
But I feel like they can't get rid of what Mario Kart always was, so there should still be like a Grand Prix mode where it's strictly Mario Kart.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I don't mind the idea. Make it expansive. Like this is the Mario Kart that will last this entire console generation, and it's
Hmm.
ever growing. Kind of how they're doing now with Mario Kart, except they do this. They give it the Fortnite treatment for the entire generation until the
Yeah,
next thing.
almost do like a GTA Online situation once they
Yeah,
eventually
yeah,
get to that. Once they've been rolling it out, that'd be
right.
cool. I don't know for Smash. Smash is just whatever. Like,
I don't know either.
there's nothing you can do to make that game different in my eyes, unless it's like third person over the shoulder Dragon Ball Z Raging Blast style fighting.
That would be fucking crazy. But it's not Smash at that point. At that point, I'd be like, call it something else.
Yeah. Nintendo Fighters with a
That one,
Z from Dragon
yeah,
Ball Z.
it's not made by Nintendo. It's made by fuck, who made Dragon Ball Fighters?
Bandai Namco.
No, they didn't make it. It
I
was
thought they were they're well, it's Bandai because they
it's
own.
the Guilty Gear people.
Oh, I don't know. I
Damn
never
it,
played those
it's
games.
escaping me. I have to find it now. Hold on.
I'm also
I mean-
scrolling back in our news section to see like where we need to start, and I don't remember where.
Arc System Works. Whew.
Uh,
There we go. That was gonna fuck me up, but I didn't find it. Let me see. The news section starts.
I think it's the 13th. Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Alright.
it's the 13th.
But yeah, I think that all you got for games that you play this week? Or?
Yeah, that's it.
All
That's
right.
it.
And then keep an eye out maybe tomorrow for a late night Ant stream since I won't be here. And then I'll be streaming later today, obviously, in like a couple hours.
Everybody
But-
cross your fingers for a late night and stream. See if that happens.
Pray.
Yeah, you need to.
All right. That's what we played this week. Tell us what you played this week in the comments and in the chat below. We're also going to switch to the news now. So here's the news bumper.
Let's go news.
Let's get to the news.
Booty ass Mario.
Booty ass Mario. Gotta love that. All right. Welcome to the news. Save before quitting news. Every single week in the Discord, we post what's going on this week in gaming, and we report it for you guys. And you guys can post what you would like us to talk about as well in there, so it's not just us posting.
Yep.
First up in the news. If you didn't hear about it, The Last of Us ended the show.
Yeah.
Um,
This season did anyway.
we didn't talk about last week's episode or this week's episode technically. Spoilers we're not doing. But the one thing I will say about this week's past episode, the finale, this is the one episode out of every single one
Mm-hmm.
that I did not cry at. So,
Does that mean it was good or bad?
I don't think it was bad. I just think that this was probably the most the game that any of the episodes have been.
I could see that.
Like all the
Even
other
though
ones have
the
taken
first one was pretty-
liberties.
Besides the story in the beginning of the first episode,
Mhm.
the first one was pretty on point.
It was on point,
With
but
the game.
it gave us enough different where I was like, this is interesting, and I was more invested.
Yeah.
This finale, though, felt very much like
was like shot for shot.
streamlined, shot for shot, and also a little
Literally.
rushed. A little rushed, in my
Yeah, there was a
opinion.
little montage. Again, we're not spoiling anything. There was a little montage where I was just like, "Oh, we're just gonna
Just gloss
montage
past
this part."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just put like a 70s workout theme behind it. But other than that, I still loved it. I still not
Yeah,
to say
yeah.
it was bad or anything. It's just this episode definitely felt like we need to wrap this season up right now.
Mhm.
And here it is, and we are gonna tie this bow. Oops, forgot to double knot it. It came loose a little bit.
it still did its job. I'm still amped for season
yeah.
2.
And speaking of that, The Last of Us Part 2 for the HBO series is planned more than Season 1, according to Wario64 over on Twitter. And then there was a talk a little bit lower down that The Last of Us Season 2, quote, won't be exactly like the game. Sometimes it will be different radically, and sometimes it won't be fairly different at all. but it's going to be different and it's going to be its own thing. It won't be exactly like the game. The reason I posted this is that while the first season isn't exactly the game,
Mm-hmm.
it felt like it was close enough where I'm like, this isn't different from the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Last of Us 2, it's saying it's going to be not exactly like it at all. Like, there's going to be, like, parts that are similar, but it's not going to be, this is it.
Shot for shot.
Which is interesting to me, because it reminded me of when, before the show was even announced, we were getting, like, rumors that they were going to reboot the game entirely before the HBO series and change the story. Like, that was, like, a big deal that was, like, being discussed, and everyone's like, why the fuck would you change the story, blah, 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 all that shit. And I feel like when we were talking about it, we were kind of indifferent about it, like, if it's good, it's good.
Yeah.
But this is interesting to me, because it almost makes me feel like those rumors were about this instead of the game being rebooted, if that makes sense.
So do you think... Well, no, yeah, you're right. 'Cause I guess those rumors kind of went out the window once they just put out The Last of Us Part 1 on PS5.
Yeah. Once they did that, like, remake, which was a remake, I believe, technically, but not at the same time.
It's not a remake like things are different. It was more of a, like, ultra remaster.
Yeah, it was 1000% a remaster, and they were calling it a remake, which was confusing. But yeah, it doesn't make me concerned for Season 2, or any of what they cover from the Last of Us 2 game. But I'm just like, it's interesting to see how those rumors might have been because of this, maybe. And that might have led to that, you know, like, so what was the thing called where, like, when you're in elementary school and you whisper something in someone's ear and then it changes by the end?
Whisper down the lane.
That. I feel like that could have been the situation that happened where, like, they were in discussions about talking about The Last of Us 2 becoming different as a show, and then it, like, whispered down the lane until it became a mainstream story of, we're rebooting the whole fucking franchise and changing the story.
True.
So, interesting to say the least.
Right.
But yeah.
All right.
There's a lot of spoilers to talk about probably next week for the episode, for the finale. But we'll leave that out this week, though.
Well, let's just get the Last of Us stuff out. I think there's one more Last of Us thing.
Is there?
Yeah, I put it up today. I mean, we talked about it, but well, y'all talked about it before, but anyway. This is by VGC News, Video Games Chronicle. A prequel to The Last of Us was planned at one point, according to Naughty Dog co-president Neil Druckmann. The game was going to explore a character who ended up getting a larger role in the TV shows. That is in reference to Ellie's mom.
I thought we weren't doing spoilers.
That's not a spoiler.
Is it not? Oh,
How?
'cause,
I didn't say anything about what she did or what happened or.
well, she's not in the game at all.
Okay, well,
That's
spoiler alert.
It's
Spoiler alert, Ellie was born.
Ellie was born. Sorry. Yeah. No,
I didn't know if you knew if Ellie was born.
Yeah.
But that
Sorry.
that will end it there. That's all the Last of Us stuff. Not also. This is nothing new with Last of Us. Next up, I mean, our good homie Javarath in the chat put up that coming soon there is a Dead Cells roguelite board game. I did not know they had roguelite board games. I don't know how that works in board game form.
I don't either.
It looks cool.
They don't even have like a picture of it yet. It's not even launched on Kickstarter. It's just like, this is the box art and that's it.
Yeah.
So very interesting to say the least. Next up, CLD hooked us up with some of the PS Plus Extra March lineup games that are coming to the PlayStation Plus Extra. One of them is, I assume, Chia?
Yes, Chia.
Is that the little girl one where she's like turns into animals and shit?
Which I'm hearing is surprisingly really good.
Interesting. Maybe I'll check it out then. Ghostwire Tokyo, Uncharted Legacy of Thieves, Immortals, R6 Extraction, Life is Strange True Colors, and Life is Strange 2, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. What the fuck is this?
Street Fighter 5 Champion Edition.
I would have never gotten that in a million years. Untitled Goose Game. Goose. If you know what that reference is in, you're good. Final Fantasy Type 0 HD, Rage 2, Neo Worlds End With You, and Haven. So those are all coming to PS Plus Extra. If you want to keep an eye out for those and play those games when they come out.
Word.
Skadoosh.
Next up, Unreal Editor for Fortnite is coming March 22nd. New PC application for designing, developing, and publishing games and experience directly into Fortnite. This I didn't read too much on, so I'm reading this like live right now. You can create custom content with, wait, shit, I can't zoom in far on this and it's blurry. Modeling
the second
and
picture is the.
that's what I'm looking at now, the second one. But even just blown that up, that's still kind of.
You can open it in your browser if you hit that little bottom thingy. And that'll...
Nah, I got it now. Create custom content with modeling and material tools. Import meshes, textures, animations, and audio. Use Niagara to create VFX effects. Animate with control rig and sequencer. Design gameplay with verse. Build landscapes to create flesh out the environment. Create larger experiences with world partition. Use Fab to discover and import assets. Use Live Edit to collaborate in real time with others, and integrate revision control to collaborate with Skyne.
I guess that's like a different program or something. That's pretty cool.
I was gonna ask you about this. Is this a big deal? What's up with this?
I mean, it gives people the opportunity to make a lot of shit out of the assets that Fortnite has, and if you think about all of the stuff that's inside of Fortnite, that's a lot of things. And then you can also directly upload them to Fortnite, so custom game modes, which are already being a thing. There's like the Dragon Ball Z map that came out where you can go fight in the tournament and just Kamehameha each other. You can go like fishing with Goku and make him food, and there's a bunch of shit, to say the least. And like a parkour area, but this pretty much gives like that an outside program where you can work outside of Fortnite and then import it in, which sounds pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, it's dope. It's like now they're putting everything in Fortnite. Like Fortnite is Fortnite is Roblox, Fortnite is like it's now it makes it like Dreams, like remember PlayStation Dreams?
Yeah, Fortnite is love, Fortnite is life.
Pretty much.
When is Shrek gonna get into Fortnite? I wish Shrek was in Fortnite. That'd be awesome.
Come on, somebody get on it. Somebody make Shrek in this thing.
Let's go
import
Epic.
him into Fortnite.
I want to be in the swamp. I can't do Mike Myers fucking accent. Next up, Redfall released its story trailer to give you a little bit more detail on what's going on in the world. I don't really think this is too much that we didn't already know, like from context of the 2 to 3 trailers we've gotten so far. I still don't know how I feel about this game.
It's weird. This is not weird. This happened before. It's one of those situations again where it's just like y'all might want to stop showing me things.
Yeah.
And let it get reviewed and come out and everything.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna play this game for sure. Because I need a new game in this type of like play style. Right. I don't like the way that the gameplay looks because it feels slow to me, if that makes sense. Like anytime they show gameplay, it just looks like a really, really slowed down version of Back 4 Blood, which was made by the people who did what's it called?
Left 4 Dead.
Left 4 Dead, thank you. It was on the tip of the tongue. But it looks like Left 4 Dead, and it's just a slow version of that with like higher res guns and abilities. And I don't like that. I like moving fast in certain games like this. And it doesn't feel like a fast-paced game. It feels like a very like it wants to be fast, but it's not.
It looks like Left 4 Blood married
Left 4 Blood.
Huh?
Left 4 Blood?
Well, man, I just combined them, didn't I? Back 4 Blood married Deathloop.
Very much so. And it gives Deathloop vibes a lot. Because Deathloop was also felt really slow to me. And I'd never finished it because of that reason as well. But I kind of want to go back and beat that, but I also don't at the same time. But Redfall is coming soon, May 2nd, 2023. It will be on Game Pass and all that jazz. Apparently there's going to be a Hero Pass. I don't know if that's like a pre-order bonus or like an actual battle pass, but it'll get you 2 different heroes that you can play as, and it includes a laser beam multi-weapon skin and a tactical knife stake weapon attachment.
Ooh.
So, you want to put money into the game and get extra shit, do that.
There's your chance right there.
Hell yeah. This next one's fun, because I sent you video of this before it was leaked.
You did. That's why I just reiterated it here, just so we had the headline. Data miners. This is also by VGC News. Data miners have found a hidden playable action figure version of John Cena in WWE 2K23. It's not yet clear how to unlock the character, who may be exclusive to the game's My Faction mode.
Mm-hmm.
We get to play as toys.
I thought this was fucking hilarious for 2 reasons. One being the articulation on the action figure inside the game is better than the in real life versions that Mattel produces that are on Target shelves. And they also have pinless technology. If you're an action figure person, you know what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. And that's not the case for the actual in real life stuff. Secondly, I saw another clip on TikTok today from this game, because this game came out and it's doing pretty well. I'm probably going to end up getting it, to be fair, is now that... Why don't I get that and play that instead of Overwatch? Jesus fucking Christ, I'm stupid.
Because Overwatch is your comfort. It's like your home.
It is my home, but like
to be in
wrestling is like my second home when it comes to comfort shit. And I get to make myself again, which is always the fun part. But there was another... This is like the John Cena like special edition. Like this game, normally they have like a cover superstar every single year, and this one was John Cena. There's a John Cena mode in which you just like play through his career pretty much, and it like tells you the specific things to do, as opposed to other matches where you just do what you want, where it'd be like take your opponent and throw him into the corner, and then it'll play like a little cinematic version of what happened next, and it'll cut in live footage from the actual like events and matches, which is
That's
cool.
Dope.
But one of the characters that I believe was also data mined and or unlocked is superhero John Cena. And what you might be thinking in your mind is like, well, what the fuck could that be? It's literally just John Cena's clothes on an invisible body.
That's hilarious.
Yes. So he literally makes his entrance, and like the commentators even say like, we've never seen him like this. I mean, we haven't really seen him. And I'm like, bruh.
Already,
this is great. So, needless to say, I'm buying WWE 2K23, and I might play that later instead of Overwatch. We'll see what happens. But I think that's fucking hilarious that they added an action figure into the game, just because, it's one of those things where it's easy DLC, and they should be doing that anyway. In my mind, what they should be doing is inputting a code inside of the action figures at the store that gives you the unlock of that character as an action figure. Like, you go to Target and you're like, oh, this John Cena action figure. Open it up, you get your accessories. He's got his fucking, Word Life fucking knuckles. And then you look on the back, there's a little, like, piece of card that's like, enter this code in the PlayStation Store to get your unlock of action figure John Cena.
Wait. Because are you saying that should be the exclusive way to get him?
Yeah. Because they've done it before with other shit.
But what if the figures sell out?
They would never sell out. It's John Cena. They overproduce the fuck out of that.
Okay. I don't know.
Here's the thing.
So
it would never sell out.
I'm assuming that people, my outside of action figure being is thinking, if they make it an incentive in the game and a lot of people buy the game, then wouldn't the action figure sell out? Like, wouldn't enough people be interested in the game to the point where it would match the stock of the action figures?
I'd say no, just because, in theory, Destiny 2 did this as well, where, and I mean, Call of Duty does it too, as well, like, where it's like the Mountain Dews with your double XP codes. Mountain Dew never fucking sells out, and the codes are different every single time.
But you can buy Mountain Dew in more places than you can buy a John Cena action figure.
You buy the Mountain Dew at the same spot though as the John
Yes,
Cena
but
action figure.
you can buy Mountain Dew at a gas station. You can buy Mountain Dew at a Target or anywhere.
Here's the thing:
can't buy
you
a
go to
John Cena
Walmart
everywhere.
right now, or a Target, you can find a John Cena.
Well, yeah, now because they're not implementing the idea that you just said.
No matter what, there'll be a
Alright.
John Cena. Nobody's. Here's the thing.
Then that would make me think the demand for the game isn't high enough,
Oh yeah, not in the least bit.
or the for the game isn't high enough as the
Yeah.
amount of John Cena action figures.
Yeah, John Cena action figure. There's a million John Cena action figures. That's the first thing. But
Oh,
in,
so it'll be on all of them. Then.
yeah, it would be literally in like it'd be like here's the newest John Cena action figure of the 5 million we've made before. Here's the code that's inside there. It's a one-time code. You use it, you get the character in game. That's it. But the character in game is not that special. It's just him as an action figure. It's the same moveset as regular John Cena.
But I figured who wouldn't want that?
You
I
know?
feel like if I was into that, I
Yeah.
would want that. Like,
It was the same thing with is it over there? Yeah, it is. One second. With Destiny 2, when I was into that, these were a big deal. The ghosts. And you would buy these. This is covered in dust. Holy shit. You would buy them and it would have a code inside to have fucking an exclusive ghost skin that you could only get from buying them. They were always on the shelf. Always. But Destiny 2 wasn't that popular of a game as WWE is. So
Okay.
if you think about it, Destiny 2's like products are always on the shelves. And you're always able to get them pretty much if you wanted it during the time that was still prevalent. WWE's always prevalent. John Cena always prevalent. This man's always on the pegs. He's a peg warmer, technically. That's the term. Just like how Lando Calrissian is for Star Wars. You go to Target right now, you go to the Star Wars section, there's going to be 5 to 7 Lando Calrissians.
all right. I was just inquiring. I don't know. You obviously know.
Listen,
more than
I'm
me
the figure
in that
boy.
area.
Figure
Yeah,
boy.
you're right.
I have a stream about it, literally in an hour or so. But yeah, man, it's cool. I'm probably gonna end up getting that game. Not even joking, and maybe play it tonight a little bit. Next up in the news, Video Game Central. Is it Video Game Central
Chronicles.
news or is it Chronicle? Video Game Central is a different news source, right?
Yeah, or it was. I don't know
It
if
was.
Video Game Central is around. I don't know. I gotta look it up. Video
Well-
Game Chronicle is this is what this is though.
Video Game Chronicle reported the UK's Competition and Markets Authority has posted feedback from 6 studios who have given their opinions on Microsoft's proposed acquisition of Activision Blizzard. And all 6 of them said they should go ahead with the deal. So, this isn't about toothpaste where 9 out of 10 doctors say that you should get this toothpaste. 6 out of 6 of these people are saying,
These whole studios.
let the deal go.
Now, I posted this because the whole Microsoft versus Sony and the Activision deal thing has been ongoing. Every day there's a new headline about it.
Yeah.
And Sony is literally nitpicking to try to find ways to block this deal at this point. The CEO has straight up said, like, it's about Call of Duty, but it's less about Call of Duty and just from blocking you buying it. Like, they're being petty at this point, right?
Yeah.
So it's this article came out, and I'm laughing because not only does at this point Microsoft has a like an open and shut thing, like, yo, just let us buy it. Like, you're just trying to like block it for no reason. But all 6 studios that are already acquired are just like, yeah, that's a great idea. And I think it's because Sony has no way to counter because Microsoft's argument is we just want more people to play games. We're not even taking it from Sony. Like, we just want. So it's just like Sony has no good reason to be like, no, you shouldn't do it.
Yeah. It's also funny with how many studios Sony acquired over the past like 2 to 3 years. Like,
And there's still rumored to acquire more.
yeah. And now they're just like super petty about this one and then claiming it's not about Call of Duty when that's a lie. But
All they keep saying is like that would give them the authority to raise the price on Call of Duty however they want.
why would they do that? They wouldn't
Exactly.
raise the fucking price. That's stupid.
They're reaching for. They're picking at straws at this point.
Yeah. 100%. It is also funny because apparently Overwatch is included with that with Blizzard. So, yeah.
You're
I
on
don't know,
PC,
man.
You're good.
I am a PC boy now.
Yeah.
PC forever. I've hardly touched my PlayStation 5, and that's depressing.
I touched it more than me. Ladies.
Mathematically probable.
Um,
Um,
also following that, Microsoft has announced yet another 10-year deal with the company behind Nintendo Switch cloud games. This was, I felt important to post because a couple of articles down from that in our Discord, if you're part of our Discord, if you're not part of our Discord, join our Discord. Um, an article says having agreed partnerships to bring Call of Duty to Nintendo, Nvidia, and Boosteroid. I don't know what that is. Microsoft has said it expects to sign more deals to distribute Xbox games on third-party platforms.
that's
I
cool.
think Xbox is really making this like this movement to put games everywhere. Like while they
Mhm.
may be in third place and people kick them while they're down, I do respect the fact that they did, from what it looks like, they're genuinely just trying to make games available
Yeah,
for everyone anywhere.
which is a lot more than Nintendo's doing for their game market.
Oh hell no, Nintendo would never.
Yeah, exactly. So it's very respectable, and I mean, I guess in theory you could kind of see why Sony's trying to do that, because they're like, no, we want your games to die out, so we're the only ones. Like that's pretty much what they're trying to do,
But then
even without
if
the
you
Call of Duty argument.
if you take it out of gamer mind and I go in business mind, if I'm Xbox, I'm just like, yeah, let's buy it all, put it everywhere, because now we get a piece of everything.
Yeah.
So then the consumers win and we get our pockets lined even more.
Yeah.
Even though they're spending billions.
And you're always gonna have Xbox attached to like the opening credits screen every single time, so people are just gonna
Exactly.
keep seeing it. It's
Yeah.
gonna be ingrained in their brain. So
Right.
it's
So
smart.
that's why this Nintendo's 10-year deal with the Nintendo Switch cloud games is like that. Like in my mind, that's just leading towards having Game Pass on your Switch. Now it could be for anything, any of these games acquired, so that they can put it over there. But I really feel like Microsoft wants Game Pass like on more than just Xbox and PC.
Yeah, probably. I mean, can you imagine if Game Pass made its way to PlayStation? Like how the world would explode.
I think they want that. I'm sure PlayStation's like, no, get your green ass off our blue system.
Yeah, that'd be fucking crazy though. One day it's just like, hey, here it is, easy peasy.
Right?
Goddamn. All right. Next up in the news, Konami has registered a new trademark, which could be a reference to the Castlevania series of Project Zircon.
Now, I mean, it's been rumored, but I just feel like they're either they're about to put out a shitload of remasters or something, or Castlevania's coming back in some big way,
Yeah,
video game wise.
I'd like to see more Castlevania shit just in the world. Like, obviously, Castlevania games are very specific on what they have been up until now, but seeing like the world expand a little bit with like a third person over the shoulder game, maybe even a first person shooter for some types of thing, like just in the world would be awesome. Just build that shit around like the Netflix series and the old games and like bring it all together. That'd be fucking awesome. Because for me, and this is obviously just speaking out of my experience, I'm not good at the puzzle platformer type games. Like, I'm not patient enough for them. Like, I don't have patience. I kind of just want to zoom through them, and that ends up me, taking stupid hits and losing my life slowly but surely, and then having to restart from a checkpoint that's a mile away. And I get frustrated very easily. So it'd be nice to have, like, a nice little switch up. I don't know what it would be, but, something to switch it up a little bit.
I'm just interested to see whatever they have planned.
Yeah.
You have your 3D printer on? That's all I'm about to ask.
CLD in the
I
chat
knew
said
that's
one
what
of
that
your
was.
fans is running. I am starting to 3D print something for the first time in about 3 months, so sorry. I thought I had my thingy on to make it so it doesn't come through, but I guess it's not working as good as it's supposed to. Let's do that. I'll put the noise reduction to 100. Is it better? At all?
Slightly, yes.
Okay. All right.
You can hear it, but it's not as like loud.
Yeah. To be fair, when the main episode comes out, there'll be a nice backtrack of music, so
True that.
you won't hear it at all, hopefully. But yeah, Castlevania. I think that may be it besides this last little bit that John just posted today.
I am 8-bit.
Yeah.
Has tweeted, we are celebrating GDC's 2023 next week with a limited stock drop featuring new hotness, old favorites, and an Outer Wilds repress. Stock goes live Monday 9 a.m. Pacific time, which on the East Coast is 12 p.m. Yeah, 12 noon.
Mm-hmm.
Limited quantities, shipping soon. So if you want some dope ass I am 8-bit merch,
Hell yeah.
go to that link. They got some shit.
They got a Sonic Colors vinyl LP soundtrack as well that looks phenomenal.
Oh yeah, they got games, vinyls.
I really like this Outer Wilds one, and I've never played that game before. I've heard it's good though.
Good, yeah, I heard good things about it. I've never played it either.
Yeah. And then also Grim Fandango, apparently. That's another thing that's inside of that. But yeah, that's about all we got for news for you guys today.
Yeah, yo.
Yeah. That's a quick and concise show. And it's just above an hour. Gas.
I like it.
Built
I
up.
like it.
But yeah,
Well,
man.
you know, this is the figure for Thursday pre-show.
Yeah. The funny part about us recording early is that since we're not tired, we're more like...
Yeah,
You know?
it feels good. I'm
So,
not
like-
yawning every 3 words.
I feel like we need to go back to like last week's episode, and every time we yawn, just like take that and make it into its own video of like yawns for episode 118, and it would be like 20
pretty good.
minutes long, and that's why this is 20 minutes shorter than a normal episode.
It probably would be 20 minutes
Yeah.
long. I'll be kicking my like as we're doing it, and I feel myself yawning. I'm like, oh my god, I know all these yawns are showing up. Like I felt like if we had like a legit like set and it was like 2 cameras, we'd had your editing would have to be every time someone yawns, put it on the other person.
Bruh, dude, my life would be a living hell. Especially if we still recorded at the same time too. Jesus.
See, that's when you'd be like, yo, drink some fucking coffee before I get over there.
Coffee doesn't help, man. I don't know. I'm still yawning when I drink coffee. But yeah, this coming Saturday we might do something. I don't know if we're doing it live or not, but we're gonna be recording the Patreon podcast, the first one of this month. Sorry, it hasn't been out yet, but been busy living.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
first episode of the Patreon podcast will be coming out probably on Monday after we record it, and if we record anything else, that'll be coming too. We got to play Resident Evil.
Yeah.
We got to play the demo for Resident
Yep.
Evil 4.
We started the playthrough of Portal.
We gotta,
With me doing the commentary.
well, technically that we didn't release because the audio was
That's
fucked.
right. We didn't put it
So,
out. That's
We
right.
didn't do that at all, so we got to start it again or just do the co-op like we planned
Yeah,
from the beginning.
True.
So, needless to say, Saturday is going to be a content day. We're going to be getting some stuff going for you guys, and then hopefully later tomorrow, Ant might get a chance to stream, so we'll get some more clips of him going. And then later tonight, I'll be live, either playing WWE or Overwatch, because
Or
I have a
both.
problem. But as always, you guys can follow us at Save Before Quitting. Save letter B, number 4 Quitting over Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube.
Titty.
You can also shoot us an email, savebeforequitting, fully spelled out, at gmail.com with any questions, concerns, ads, taxes, because it's tax season. We're not filing them for you, but you can send it to us, I guess.
Yeah.
I just did mine. I did not get a lot back this year at all, and I was kind of sad about it.
We
But
gotta finish ours. Like,
yeah,
me and Adrian gotta finish ours.
it was funny because like I messaged my lady. I'm like, yo, we created a LLC this year. How do I deduct stuff even though we don't have like earnings this year to report? And she just didn't answer me and just filed it. And I'm like, cool, that's
Right?
awesome. Oh, apparently I can't play WWE today because the digital edition of WWE, the deluxe, for early. How much is the deluxe? Like $70? Or can I not get it anymore? Standard edition doesn't release until tomorrow. Of
See, I would
course, on
I would
Friday.
assume, since it's not the release date yet, that you can get the deluxe edition. I would assume that's usually how it works, but I don't know with this specifically.
We'll see what happens. It'll probably be an Overwatch stream then. But
Can't escape that Overwatch.
I can't. I'm gonna play comp. I'm gonna get ranked up. I'm gonna be so fucking good. Um, but other than that, patreon.com/Save Little Be Number 4 Quitting, where you can get 2 extra podcasts a month where we're just shooting the shit and doing random stuff. The last one we did, I think, was the Newlywed Game, and then we've got a bunch more. I don't know how this one's gonna go this coming Saturday.
See, this one we said we were just gonna talk about fucking life shit.
Yeah. Just gonna trauma dump you guys for the past fucking 2 months. How those have been. Fuck's sake, it's gonna be a depressing episode. Get your glasses of wines ready.
Yes. And wine with us.
There's a podcast that I listen to called Wine About It, and they just like drink a glass of wine and talk about random bullshit. I'm like, you should just get like a bottle of wine and just talk about life and kick back. Get like bathrobes and shit and like set the mood lighting.
Yeah, that ain't hard to do at all.
Hell yeah. But yeah, we'll see you guys next time, next week.
Yep.
I don't know what else there is to say.
Stay tuned for Figure Thursday coming up right after this.
Before you open a giant Megazord figure that you spent too much money on and forgot that you pre-ordered, make sure you always save
before quitting.
That concise. Look at that.
Beautiful.
1 hour 11 minutes in and out. Fucking love it.
That's how it's supposed to be at 6:50 p.m.
This is the earliest we've ever ended. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
God damn. Well, I'll go get food and then go live in like an hour, maybe 30 minutes.
Yeah, get food, go live, because I'm gonna, once we get off here, I have to pee so bad. I've been holding
good
it.
Job. Good job, guys.
Thanks, Hildy. I've been holding it since the news section.
Welcome to the news. I gotta piss.
Yeah.
All right.